Welcome back to Talking Dragon Age, the show where I talk about Dragon Age. Yeah, I'm dropping the intro. So, Veilguard is on the horizon, finally, and I thought now would be a good time to go back over some of my old theories. I'm not going to go into as much detail for each of them as I did in their dedicated videos, but I like this as a good way to get in the mood for some more of Thedas, without people having to go back and watch my old videos, because, damn, some of them are painful. So we're starting off this mini-series with theories about the Primeval Thaig and Red Lyrium idol. We'll start with the Profane or Rock Wraiths, or whatever you want to call them. So basically, when dwarves are rejected by the stone, they become these phantasms we can encounter in Origins, or they become Rock Wraiths like we see in the Thaig. I deduced that the reason these dwarves were rejected by the stone is because they were defiled by the Blight. This is because of a line from Ren in The Descent, where he says the dwarves defiled by the Darkspawn couldn't return to the stone. Additionally, we encounter the phantasms only in places the Darkspawn have conquered. And finally, the Profane were dwarves that were starving and started eating red lyrium, which carries the Blight. Which brings us to what the Primeval Thaig was. It was a very unique location, obviously dwarven, but lacking things that other ancient dwarven sites would have. My original theory was that this wasn't a Thaig at all. It was a vault, meant to seal the red lyrium and the idol inside, which is why the Shaper in Norzamar didn't have any record of it, and why the dwarves there were starving. Knowing what we know now, it could be the Titan's equivalent of the way dragons resist the Blight, that is by sealing it off with an assist. So, same concept as a vault, just more organic. And it could have been reopened by any number of means over the centuries that the Titans have been asleep. And a possible reason why it didn't look like other ancient dwarven stuff is it could belong to the Shopper Tall culture. I'll make another theory recap video for the dwarves, and the Blight. Now, the idol and Tevinter stuff. Reused assets usually don't mean much to me, but whatever. These are Tevinter ceremonial sacrificial execution devices. My theory is that some Tevinter people found this place and were studying it. But why, and how did they get there? I think it could relate to the idol. According to a codex entry, this is not the only idol of its kind. Maybe this is going to be retconned, but it's here. Solas claims the idol belongs to him, but that could just be him being a dick. Anyway, I think the idol is the key to an Eluvian. We know an Eluvian key can be anything, an object, a phrase, knowledge, power. But if that is the case, why would it be there? Well, there are a bunch of possibilities, and I'm not going to go over them all. What we do know is that the ancient Elves had a connection to the ancient Dwarves. But a far more dramatic theory about the idol is that it's not just a key to a single Eluvian, but is rather a master key to all Eluvians. There's not really any evidence for that, but I think it would explain why it's so highly sought after by Solas. So that'll do it for now. Some other topics I'm going to cover are the Blight, Dwarves, Elves, the Fade. Let me know what you want to see next. By the way, if you do go back and watch my old videos, I recommend watching at 1.5 speed, and skipping the credits. I don't know what I was thinking when I made the credits so dang long. So that's it for now, friends. Thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to comment and like, and remember, Tala Nadas.